Hey, how are you doing today? This is Kim Reads Urantia. It's good to see you. Good to see you today. So we're going to read from the Urantia book, but first I've got Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. So we're going to look at that. And today is October 20. Okay. And we've got, this is from, I can't even say this, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So this is one of the Upanishads. This is very old, like 600, around 600 BC. This was written 9th to 6th century BC, 600 BC. Wow. So this is one of the oldest scriptures ever written. Okay, I'm going to go here. From the unreal, lead me to the real. From the darkness, lead me to light. From death, lead me to immortality. Okay, so take the veil away from my eyes, because we're here in this material world, and this is a very small slice of reality. We don't see very good if we rely only on our physical nature. We're only able to see physical things, but there's more. There's more than just our physical nature. Our spiritual nature is much larger and much more real than this hard reality, this hard physical reality that we're in now. So yeah, bring me into the light from darkness, because there's so many things you can't tell here in the physical world. Okay, we're gonna read in the Urantia book today about the technique of Trinitization. So this is a fascinating subject to me. This is paper 22. Paper 22, section 7, technique of Trinitization. Okay. I cannot fully unfold to the material mind the experience of the supreme creative performance of perfect and perfected spiritual beings. The act of Trinitization. Okay. The techniques of Trinitization are among the secrets of Vice Jarrington and Solitarington, and are revealable to and understandable by none save those who have passed through these unique experiences. Therefore, it is beyond the possibility of any being successfully to portray to the human mind the nature and purport of this extraordinary transaction. Vice Jarrington and Solitarington. Vice Jarrington. Hold on a minute. Vice Jarrington. The bosom of the Father and Son together. The core of conjoint trinitized finaliters are based there. This is the Trinitization is the secret of Vice Jarrington. And what is the other one? Solitarington. So the bosom of the Father, because around this, these are these right. So these are the satellites around paradise, because paradise has those satellites around it before you get out into Havona. So this is one of those. This is one of those. I believe that. Okay, the other one is Solitarington. Solitarington, the Father and the Spirit. This holds the secrets of Trinitization. So this is the home of the solitary messengers. Solitary messengers are kind of weird. We didn't get that much into them. We didn't talk about solitary messengers. Okay, I'm gonna go back here. The central superuniverses. Hold on a minute. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the sacred spheres of paradise. There's 7 of these. And yeah, Divinington, which is just the Father, Sonarington, Spiritington, just the, yeah. So it goes like that. The Son, or the Father, Divinington, the Son, Sonarington, the Spirit, Spiritington, the Father, Son, Vice Jarrington, the Father, Spirit is Solitarington, and then the Spirit Son is Seraphington, and then all 3 of them together is Ascendington. Okay, so there's 7 of those. Yeah, I wanted to review that quick. Okay, let's go forward here. Aside from the deities, only Paradise Havona personalities and certain members of each of the finaliter corps engage in Trinitization. Under specialized conditions of paradise perfection, these superb beings may embark upon the unique adventure of concept identity. And they are many times successful in the production of a new being, a creature trinitized son. Okay. Only Paradise Havona personalities can do this. And certain members of each of the finaliter corps, only certain members can do Trinitization. The glorified creatures who engage in such adventures of Trinitization may participate in only one such experience, whereas with the paradise deities, there seems to be no limit to the continued enactment of Trinitization episodes. Deity seems to be limited in just one respect. There can be only one original and infinite spirit. Only one infinite executive of the united will of the Father, Son. Okay, so that is the original act of Trinitization, was the creation of the infinite spirit from the Father, Son. Something like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, all right. Projecting your joint will on something. So this is a really confusing thing. I'm thinking of a triangle. I'm thinking of any 2 points. Create a third point. Can only have one point that's equidistant from both points. Geometry. I don't know. I think in geometry sometimes. Okay, the ascendant adjuster fused mortal finaliters who have attained certain levels of paradise culture and spiritual development are among those who can essay to trinitize a creature being. Mortal finaliter companies, when stationed on paradise, are granted a recess every millennium of Havona time. So there are 7 different ways such finalators may elect to spend this duty-free period. And one of these is in association with some fellow finalator or some Paradise Havona personality to attempt to enact the enactment of creature trinitization. So if we're like, and this is adjuster fused mortal finalators who have attained certain levels of paradise culture and spiritual development, Okay, so when they're on, they can, so we're adjuster, this is us, we're adjuster fused mortal finalators, we're destined to be that. So we could do this, we could hook up with another finalator and say, hey, let's make something new, let's have a baby, right? Or something like that. That's kind of crazy. So you could do this only one time though. This is a one-time thing, so don't do it right away till you really know what you want to do. Right. If two mortal finalators ongoing before the architects of the master universe demonstrate that they have independently chosen an identical concept for trinitization, the architects are empowered on their own discretion to promulgate mandates permitting these glorified mortal ascenders to extend their recess and to remove themselves for a time to the trinitizing sector of the paradise citizens. At the end of this assigned retreat, if they report that they have singly and jointly elected to make the paradisiacal effort to spiritualize, idealize, and actualize a selected and original concept which has not theretofore been trinitized, then does Master Spirit number 7 issue orders authorizing such an extraordinary undertaking. Okay, so you could have an idea, a brilliant idea, and if someone else has the same idea, we could bring this idea into a living being. It would become a living reality with a will and existence of its own. I think unbelievably long periods of time are sometimes consumed in these adventures, and age seems to pass before these faithful and determined one-time mortals, and sometimes Paradise Havona personalities, finally achieve their goal, really succeed in bringing their chosen concept of universal truth into actual being. And not always do these devoted couples meet with success. Many times they fail, and that through no discoverable error on their part. Candidates for trinitization who thus fail are admitted to a special group of finalators who are designated as beings who have made the supreme effort and sustained the supreme disappointment. Oh my gosh. When the paradise deities unite to trinitize, they always succeed, but not so with a homogeneous pair of creatures. The attempted union of two members of the same order of being. Okay, so when paradise deities do this, they always succeed. But when, like, I would try to do this with another, oh geez, so that's with another person, well, might not be able to do that. When a new and original being is trinitized by the gods, the divine parents are in deity potential unchanged. But when exalted creature beings enact such a creative episode, one of the contracting and participating individuals undergoes a unique personality modification. Okay. The divine partners are in deity potential unchanged, But when exalted creature beings enact such a creative episode, one of the contracting and participating individuals undergoes a unique personality modification. Only one of them, though. The two ancestors of a creature trinitized son become, in a certain sense, spiritually as one. We believe that this status of bi-unification of certain spiritual phases of personality will probably prevail until such time as the Supreme Being shall have attained full and completed manifestation of personality in the grand universe. So during this episode here of when exalted creature beings enact with a creative episode, one of these individuals changes and these two beings become more like one being. Simultaneously with the appearance of a new creature trinitized son, there occurs this functional spiritual union of the two ancestors. The two trinitizing parents become one on the ultimate functional level. No created being in the universe can fully explain this amazing phenomenon. It is a near divine experience. When the Father and the Son united to eternalize the infinite Spirit, upon the accomplishment of their purpose, they immediately became as one, and ever since have been one. When the Father's, but they're one, but they're not one. When they united together to create the Spirit, they became one. So the when two creature trinitization when creature trinitization, these two become stuck together until the Supreme Being has attained full and completed manifestation of personality. So you're kind of stuck together then, sort of. But here, yeah. Okay, upon the accomplishment of their purpose, they immediately became as one, and ever since have been one. And while the trinitization union of two creatures is on the order of the infinite scope of the perfect deity union of the universal Father and the eternal Son, the repercussions of creature trinitization are not eternal in nature. They will terminate upon the completed factualization of the experiential deities. So they become one for some time, and then they split up again. But the Father and the Son are one. But all three of them are one together, but not really. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so abstract. So these three parts of God are one thing, but they're still their own thing separately too. While these parents of creature trinitized sons become as one in their universe assignments, they continue to be reckoned as two personalities in the makeup and roll calls of the core of the finality and of the architects of the master universe. Okay. But they're so it's like they're attached though, where you go, it's like Siamese souls or something. During the I don't know, during the current universe age, All Trinitization united parents are inseparable in assignment and function. Where one goes, the other goes. What one does, the other does. If parental biunification involves a mortal or other finaliter and a Paradise Havona personality, the united parental beings function neither with the Paradisers, Havoners, nor finaliters. Oh, so it could be a Paradise Havona personality and a mortal, ascended mortal. So if it includes one finaliter and one Paradise Havona personality, the united parental beings function neither as paradisers nor finaliters. Such mixed unions foregather in a special core made up of similar beings, and in all Trinitization unions, mixed or otherwise, the parental beings are conscious of and can communicate with each other. And they can perform duties that neither could have previously discharged. So that's just so crazy. That's so cool. I don't know. Okay, the seven master spirits have authority to sanction the trinitizing union of finaliters and Paradise Havona personalities, and such mixed liaisons are always successful. Okay, so those are always so. If you can get a Paradise Havona personality to have a new trinitized baby with you, then that's the best, because those are always successful. The resultant magnificent creature trinitized sons are representative of concepts unsuited to the comprehension of either the eternal creatures of paradise or the time creatures of space. Hence, they become the wards of the architects of the master universe. So they don't, neither one of their parents, because this is a mixed union, so a half-breed child, neither one of their parents is going to understand them, so they are wards of the architects of the master universe. These trinitized sons of destiny embody ideas, ideals, and experience which apparently pertain to a future universe age, and are therefore of no immediate practical value to either the super or central universe administrations. These unique sons of the children of time and the citizens of eternity are all held in reserve on Vicegerrington, where they are engaged in the study of the concepts of time and the realities of eternity in a special sector of the sphere occupied by the secret colleges of the core of the Creator sons. So there's things happening or going to happen out there in space time that could involve these beings, but meantime that they're too unique for what's going on right now. This is so abstract. The Supreme Being is the unification of three phases of deity reality: God the Supreme, the spiritual unification of certain finite aspects of the Paradise Trinity; the Almighty Supreme, okay, the power unification of the grand universe creators; and the Supreme Mind, the individual contribution of the third source and center and his coordinates to the reality of the Supreme Being. So this is three parts of the Supreme Being. God the Supreme, spiritual unification. Almighty Supreme is material, power and unification. And mental, the Supreme Mind. In the Trinitization adventures, the superb creatures of the central universe and paradise are engaged in a threefold exploration of the deity of the Supreme, which results in the production of three orders of three creature trinitized sons. Okay, so in there's three parts of the Supreme Being. In their Trinitization adventures, the superb creatures of the central universe. Okay, so the Havona, these are the paradise people, and paradise central and Havona natives are engaged in a threefold exploration of the deity of the Supreme. Three orders of creature trinitized sons. Okay, so this is when paradise beings get together with paradise beings and try to trinitize something. Okay, so there's three different kinds of these. There's ascender trinitized sons. In the creative efforts, the finalators are attempting to trinitize certain conceptual realities of the Almighty Supreme, which they have experientially acquired in their ascension through time and space to paradise. Okay, so they're trying to, so they're exploring these three parts by creating new parts of the God, the Supreme Being, creating new concepts. Okay, two Paradise Havona Trinitized sons. Okay. Oh, these are finalators. In their creative efforts, the finalators are attempting to trinitize certain conceptions. So this is all of them, not just Supreme Beings, Paradise people. Well, Paradise people, because we come to live in paradise too, I guess, when we ascend, right? Okay. Whoa, sorry. Okay. Okay. Ascender trinitized sons. Right. The finalators are attempting to trinitize certain conceptual realities of the Almighty Supreme, which they have experientially acquired in their ascension through time and space to paradise. So those are ascender trinitized sons. Paradise Havona trinitized sons. The creative efforts of the paradise citizens and the Havoners result in the trinitization of certain high spiritual aspects of the Supreme Being, which they have experientially acquired on a super supreme background, bordering on the ultimate and the eternal. 3. Trinitized sons of destiny. But when a finalator and a paradise Havoner together trinitize a new creature, the conjoint effort repercusses in certain phases of the supreme ultimate mind. So this is this mixed union. Okay, so there's the number 2 is the paradise beings here. So that's a super supreme thing, bordering on ultimate and the eternal. But these guys, the trinitized sons of destiny, but when a finalator and a paradise Havoner together trinitize a new creature, this conjoint effort repercusses in certain phases of the supreme ultimate mind. I know it's repercussing in my mind right now. The resulting creature trinitized sons are super creational. They represent actualities of supreme ultimate deity, which have not been otherwise experientially attained. And which therefore automatically fall within the province of the architects of the master universe. So, architects making plans of the master universe. It's far out beyond the grand universe. Right. Right. Architects of the master universe, custodians of those things which transcend the creational limits of the present universe age. Okay. What could that be? Like the building blocks that could possibly be used to make the stuff out there in the that we wouldn't know what to do with here. The Trinitized Sons of Destiny embody certain aspects of the unrevealed master universe function of the Supreme Ultimate. We do not know a great deal about these conjoint children of time and eternity, but we know much more than we are permitted to reveal. So we don't know, but we're not going to tell you. Don't you love when they say that? We're not going to tell you what you want to know. Okay, because we can't tell you things. This is wild. Stuff is like, makes me just wonder. There's so many wonders and treasures out there in space-time that, yeah. How? And I want to know about it, but they won't let me know about it. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. It's all right. Okay, I got to get going. All right. It's been wonderful talking with you again today. Have a good one. All right. Love you. Bye.